Hey, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be interviewing one of our students, Tanya. Now, Tanya is a communication and influence coach. She's based in Israel and she serves the Hebrew speaking market. Now, she joined us and she was doing around about, she had just under 6,000 followers on Instagram. She was also doing literally only a few $100s, if that, from her Instagram page. And she was really struggling to sell and actually build her online business because she was stuck trying to sell low ticket offers, workshops, ebooks, kind of real low ticket offers she was stuck trying to sell. And so what we done was we got her into our program. We helped her turn her business into a high ticket model instead. She now does a coaching program. She started off one-to-one. She's had such massive success. She's now transitioned into a group coaching program. She is booked out completely. And she has just told me on the call we've just had privately that she is now on course to having her very first $10,000 month this month. And so we have taken her pretty much from 0 to 10K per month. Couldn't be happier for her, couldn't be prouder of her. And so without any further ado, introducing Tanya, who we're interviewing about her time in our program, High Value Consulting. Hello, Tanya. Thanks very much for jumping on.
Hi, Harry. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. Very much appreciate your time. So like I said, I filmed a separate introduction for this. So I've given in my own words, an introduction to yourself, what it is you do and kind of who you help. But in your own words, you tell everyone who's going to be watching this, who are you? What is it you do? And how do you help people?
Okay, so my name is Tanya. I live in Israel and I work with a Hebrew speaking audience. And I help people in the corporate world to boost their career or to get their next job or to succeed in the current job.
Yes. Yep. And you do that specifically through it's like communication sort of skills,
Uh,
I think.
yeah,
Broadly.
the thing that I always say that your professional knowledge will get you a job, but your influence skills will help you to make a career out of it. So
Yes.
yes, so what I do is I help people develop their influence skills to promote their careers. That's right.
Yes. 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 Amazing. Fantastic. Cool. Well, look, obviously you joined our program now quite a while back. And so you've had a lot of success kind of since. So just kind of walk us through, again, in your own words, what has happened. So from the very first day you joined the program up until now, what's been kind of the journey? What's been the transformation, let's say, you've achieved from when you joined up until now?
So I had a lot of failure before I joined the program, which is important because I started my Instagram account like a year and a half ago, and I did get some followers, and I went somewhere, but I had no idea where exactly I went and what to do with those followers, and I tried to figure out how to make paying customers out of those followers, and I had a lot of failure in that. And
Mm.
that's what brought me to your program, actually. I think that I saw a couple of posts on Instagram that you spoke about the systems
Mm.
that work. And I said, yeah, I don't seem to be able to figure that on my own, to figure that out on my own. So I'll just probably need to learn that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm happy and happier ever since. Yeah.
Yeah. Good, good. But that's always good to know. I think if I remember rightly, I think when you joined, and you can tell me if I'm right on the numbers here, but I think when you joined, you were selling some form of coaching offer. Maybe it's like a one-off call, or maybe a handful of calls. It was like quite low. I think it might have been like $300 or something. I think is when you joined, you was trying to sell something,
No, I didn't even
or you
know
didn't have anything.
what exactly I sold. I know that I come from the world of coaching,
Yeah,
so I offered one-on-one coaching. It wasn't
that's
like
it.
a program. I
Yeah,
was asking, and I tried to do like free webinars, low-cost webinars, one-on-one, and that
yeah,
was a complete disaster, actually. I spent so much of my time and
yeah,
got so little money. So yeah,
yeah.
that was horrible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then we changed it completely. Then we said, no, we're going to scrap that. We're going to go all in with more of a high ticket offer, and then kind of focus on building that. And how have you found how has that transition helped you to go from doing like the low ticket stuff to now doing more of the high ticket, coaching and consulting? What's that transformation been like? Has it been good? Has it been tough? Has it been worth it, I guess, as well?
It's been tough and good.
Yeah.
It completely changed my life. Listen,
Mm,
I really I started. I had an offer,
mm,
and high ticket. I didn't believe in the beginning that I could charge that much money,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I do, and since then, like I have stream of income coming every month. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. And what would you say, to, for example, if you were going to speak to yourself from, a year ago, let's say, what would be your advice to someone who is perhaps similar to you, that perhaps they have a lot of value to give, but they're struggling to price exactly where they should. They're struggling to sell high ticket. They're struggling to get clients. What would your advice be to that person?
uh, for me or a person like me a year ago, I would say just do it now. Don't delay it, because there are things that you probably don't know, that it's
Mm,
not in your domain, in marketing or whatever selling domain, and you just need to learn them and apply them, and they work. And just do it. Just pay money,
yeah.
save time, save a lot of I don't know, troubles, and just get it done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that. No, naturally I would, but I agree with that. I think any problem I now have, I always say, okay, no, not so much how can I solve this problem, but who can solve it for me, and then I start to look at who can I find to solve this problem. That's how I approach it now, and it makes a massive difference, like you said, to then get over things quickly, avoid less troubles with it. It makes a massive difference. And so, what do you
But
think?
but I
Oh, sorry.
think that my another problem that I had,
Yeah.
that I didn't believe. I kind of divided people in the people who know how to sell and people who don't know how to sell, and I didn't really believe that there is someone there who can help me to become the
Mm,
person who knows how to sell.
yeah.
So, and I decided to give it a go because I there was nothing left to do, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm sorry I didn't do it earlier. It's not true, actually. Yes, so
Mm,
I did learn this stuff. I would never find this out on my own. I learned it and it works. And that's amazing. Quite
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. And what have you found in terms of going through the program? What has been the best bit for you? And what I mean by that is, has it been the support? Has it been the coaching calls? Has it been the strategies, the information you've been given? What has been the most impactful for you personally with your time in the program?
I think that the knowledge, the course, the digital course that
Mm,
you have was very helpful, and there was like enough support for me to learn how to take this knowledge and to make it my own ability, like to
yeah.
know how to actually use it. So
Yeah.
that was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it worked very well, and I like it was. As much responsibility as I could take it, and you provided enough support. It all worked well for me.
Yeah. 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 Fantastic. Yeah. I think that's an important point, is that we have a great system, but helping you to take it and make it your own, and then adapt it and customize it to you is an important part. I think you've now got to a stage where you know exactly what works for you. You have the right content, you've got the right strategy. You can pretty much predict quite comfortably, how many clients you're going to get as long as you're consistent. And that's kind of a great position to be in. And so, what do you think then? You've had great success in a program, you've got a lot of clients, and you seem to keep growing, and it looks like you're going to keep growing now, kind of moving forward. Why do you think you've had success? Right? Why do you think you've had success? What I mean by that is not in terms of what we do, right? Because again, we have a proven blueprint. We've got all the answers. But why do you think you've been able to take what we have and turn it into your own success? Is it the habits you have? Is it a mindset you have? A certain way of doing things? Like what have you done? What do you think that's helped you to have the success you've had?
Yeah, I think that for once in my life, I decided not to be the cleverest person in the room and to just to just apply. I just decided from the beginning, you know what, you're just gonna learn what they offer and do it. The most important part is actually do it. And
Agree.
yeah, that was without kind of thinking that probably I think I did. You know what? I wasn't looking at the lessons and the course and your advice as do I agree or do I not agree with that, but rather, okay, I'll try this and I'll see what works, what's not, what doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I just like a robot, you know,
Yeah.
I'm just doing it, whatever.
Yeah.
And it did work for me. And I think the most important thing is to actually do the things. And it when it doesn't work, to still do it, to keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Adjusting, fine tuning on the way, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
but application is the key.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, and that's what a lot of our top students say. Is it's, yeah, of course, having the strategy is great and it helps, but it's actually doing the work matters. You know, actually just doing the action, taking the action, actually following through on what you say you're going to do is what matters at the end of the day. And you've done that in abundance. You know, I know I see the wins come through from you regularly. You know, you've crushed it. You know, you've done such a great job. And especially with the market you're selling to, you know, it's a difficult market. You know, there's a lot of people, you know, say, oh, my audience can't afford it, or they can't do this, they can't do that. And you're someone who come into the program for, I remember with, you know, those types of leads or people saying, oh, I can't afford it, I can't do that. But you completely turned it around now to the point where you are selling high ticket very confidently and very often to that same audience. It's not like a completely different audience. It's the same audience you're selling to. It's just you have a better strategy.
Yes, that's one of the lessons that I learned and relearn, still relearning every time, that in
Yeah.
order to be able to convince someone, you should convince yourself first. And it's
Yeah.
like every time something stumbles, you still need to convince yourself still again that you worth this amount of money. And
Yeah.
then suddenly some people do believe it. And then you have to work to actually match the expectations, but that's the other part of the job.
Yeah, 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 100%, 100%. Now, look, outside of the program, then more on a sort of personal level, what impact has the program had for you? You know, I'm not sure. I always like to ask this question to understand personally how it's impacted you in terms of like lifestyle, other things like that. But has the program had a positive impact outside of work as well?
In terms of lifestyle, I never go out of my home, out of my house. I'm not sure that's a positive thing. I work, I live in Zoom. I'm not sure there are three-dimensional people out there anymore. But still, but I bought a car. That's
Oh, okay.
personal. Yes, I finally exchanged my old Renault for a much newer Suzuki. I'm very happy. It's the personal impact. It's a direct impact of the money I
Good.
get from my clients.
Good, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. That's always good to hear, you know, because again, it's not just about business, it's about how it impacts your personal life as well. And it's how the two, you know, kind of combine together.
No, I have to say that I was a freelancer for many years, but I never
mm,
saw myself like as a business owner. And I'm actually enjoying myself, all these business parts of it. And I'm kind of discovering new me, sort of. It's
yeah,
fun.
yeah, 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 100%. I agree. And you're always doing it. I feel I'm doing that as well. I'm always discovering a new part of what I enjoy and my identity, etc., and so on. It's all part of the journey. It's all part of the process. You know, which is amazing. And you've done a really good job. And I think, you know, for myself and the team, you know, we're so happy to see the progress you've had and the success you've had because you've worked hard for it. You know, so you deserve every ounce of success you've had and what you're going to keep getting as well. Um, so as long as you keep working hard, as long as you stay consistent, then you'll keep having the success you're having, you know, which 100% will happen. So look, I don't want to keep you too much longer. One final question. And again, I ask this question to everyone I speak to. When you decided to join the program, which again was quite a while back now, when you decided to join the program, the question is why? You know, so what was it that made you invest in yourself at that time specifically?
I was with my back to the wall. I just didn't know what to do, and I knew that I needed help. Yeah, it took me a long time to realize that I need someone to help me out, and
Mm.
then it was just a question of who it's gonna be, and then I just yeah, I liked the style, the way you talk on Instagram, and yeah, I decided to go for it.
Yeah.
Was a good decision, I think. Thank you and your team as well. Yeah, really, it's amazing.
No, of course, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. But it's good to know and hear your a bit more of your story. It's good to know how it's impacted you. It's also good to know why you took the action in the first place. And I think it's just a good reminder for people watching, whether you're investing with us, whether you invest with Tanya, whether you invest with someone else, it's important to understand that, there's never a better time to invest in yourself than now. It's like, don't wait around, just start, invest in yourself, take the action, because as Tanya obviously has found out, you then get the results you're looking for. If you wait around, it's not going to happen, but you've proved otherwise. And so, yes, so thanks very much for coming on. Like I said, I don't take too much of your time. So thank you very much. Where is the best place for people to find you in terms of like Instagram, LinkedIn? I'm not sure what platforms you're on.
Yeah,
But where
once you
can people
learned
find you?
Hebrew, you can look up for Tanya Brosh on
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah.
It's all in Hebrew. It's right to the left. It's the crazy stuff, but yeah, it's yeah,
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I will put it in the description. So anyone who wants to check out your page, absolutely they can. And yeah, thanks very much, Tanya. Appreciate your time. Keep crushing it, and I'll speak to you very soon.